Stop trying to push it to do things that it does not and cannot even do in this moment, and then think that you're a failure whenever you can't push it to do something that's outside of what it's even capable of doing because your hormones won't even allow you. Hey ladies, I am switching it up today. We are going on a walk because I don't have that much time, but this message needs to be shared. And I just had so much happen to me this morning before 8 a.m. and we're gonna make a video about it. So I wanted to share with you that if you are one of my girlies that struggles, or you believe you struggle with, indecision or a lot of procrastination, or maybe even some brain fog at times, and you feel like it just consistently happens over and over and over again, you can't really explain it. I want to tell you right now that most of that is due to hormone fluctuation. And I want you to believe me when I tell you this, because I was so disconnected from my body for so long that, I thought cycle syncing was like ridiculous, right? Up until like I was approaching my mid-30s. And I know it sounds crazy because clearly like your period is a real thing, but what I thought I used to be able to do was push through and just get it done regardless, right? Whatever that thing was. But really what I was doing was just stressing my body out, being counterproductive at times, like pushing through a workout that I know my body probably couldn't handle and didn't want to finish. And you just get drained and you feel like you just get so much brain fog and the mental clarity is gone. And I used to think all of these things were just because I was lazy and I wasn't able to actually force myself to do what I thought I needed to do, which was just get the thing done, right? So this morning, I'm usually able to detect it better than this, but I wanted to share it with you because it was just so many things consecutively, like I said, all before 8 a.m. that happened, that I'm like, oh, this isn't me. This is actually my cycle approaching, right? So I woke up, and to be honest, I really do wake up early, like 4:30 almost every day, to go work out at my kickboxing gym. And today, because of no other reason, I woke up at 4:30, my alarm went off, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do it. I started beating myself up for it though, which I was like, that's not what I should be doing, just because I don't feel like going to work out today. But I literally wrestled around with this for 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes just rolling around in the bed. I got up, I acted like I was going to put on some clothes. Then I said, nope, not today. I'm taking off the clothes. I'm going back to bed. Then I'm like, nope, I'm being lazy. I just need to push through. I need to go. I need to get it done. And then I was like, nope, I don't want to do it. So I was like, I'm just awake. Why am I awake? But I was like, what's the best thing I can do for myself in this moment? I decided to just move my body by doing a foam rolling exercise and a stretching exercise. And when I tell you that my body needed that so badly, I had been pushing my body on and off for weeks. I haven't stretched all that much. My foam rolling has been almost non-existent. Everything in my back was just snap, crackling, popping. My lats, they were so tight, guys. And when I tell you, I just felt so good after it. But I was still grappling with this weird guilt of not going and burning my 400 calories, which, mind you, I don't even really struggle with that anymore. Usually I will do something or I'll just choose not to work out. But I was just having so much inner turmoil with this today. And I thought it was so strange, honestly. So I just kind of brushed it off. And I was like, okay, I don't have time to think about this. Let me just go on about my day and get my kids ready and help out my husband. So everything is going pretty well for a while. And I dropped the girls off. And for some reason, again, I'm hit with this major brain fog and indecision about eating breakfast. Guys, usually I'm a pretty routine person and I'll cook something at home. But today I felt like getting a smoothie bowl. But then I felt like just getting a juice. And then I felt like getting something else. Like, it was just so all over the board. And I didn't really understand where any of it was coming from. And I was grappling with this decision about what I was going to eat for breakfast for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Just sitting there in my child's daycare parking lot thinking about what I wanted for breakfast, when sometimes I just fast. I'm just letting you know that it was just one indecisive moment after another this morning. And then I said, look, what would my body feel like eating today? What do I want? What would make me feel really good having right now? I said, I'm going to get a smoothie bowl, because I thought about it first, and that must mean I want it. So I was like, fine, that's what I'm going to get. But for some reason, I was just like, why was that so difficult for me to come to? Why? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start listening to my Spanish again, because I'm actually learning Spanish from the Pimsleur app. Shout out to them. I love that app. So it's going well. But again, I cut on the Pimsleur app, and I cannot focus on a single word that is being said on this app. I'm just like, what is going on? Mind you, this is all before 8 a.m. So I was like, okay, Christina, cut it off. Cut it off. You're done for the day. You're done. I'm not doing anything else to try to push past this inability to make a decision, this brain fog, this mental clarity that I don't have right now. Okay? And again, the last thing I did was try to figure out, where is this coming from? Why am I struggling right now? And I was like, let me check my P-Tracker app, which is my cycle tracking app, and just see what's going on, because I guess it has been a while, but I didn't even think about that. Sure enough, my period is 3 days away. Okay? So my hormones are all over the place. They are skyrocketing. And like I said, usually I'm able to pick up on this sooner, but it really brought so much clarity, because now I'm like, fine. I now get to rest. Oh, sorry. Don't know if this is a good... But I now get to rest. And I get to actually understand where this indecision and this indecisiveness and this lack of mental clarity is coming from, and it's not me. It's not me. It is my hormones. It is the fluctuation. It is all the things that I cannot control that are happening within my body right now that I'm trying to control, but again, I can't. So I tell you this because if you are struggling with thinking that you're always indecisive, thinking that you never have it all together, that you can't focus, you don't have direction in life, it's likely because there's moments in your life like this where you had periods, and pun intended, but you had your period and something has happened to where your body's like, not today, we're not working out today, we're not learning Spanish today, we're not even able to make a decision on what we're eating for breakfast, so you just need to stop. But that has turned into, now you're thinking about it in moments that aren't where you're on, when you're on your period, and now you're like, okay, I've had all these moments over the past months or years where I didn't stay committed to working out 5 times a week, or I didn't stay committed to my diet, or I didn't stay committed to doing the things that I said I was going to do, whether that be for my business or work or school. And you're saying, I'm indecisive, I'm uncommitted, I'm a failure, when it's likely just those periods that you didn't feel like doing something were hormonal imbalances. And we take those moments and we internalize them and we say, we're failures, we can't stick to anything, we can't even decide what we want for breakfast, we're not good enough to do this or have that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It is your hormones. I know it is, because you guys are incredible women. I'm an incredible woman. I'm an incredible person, and I know what I'm capable of. But some days I'm going to hibernate. Some days I'm just not going to show up as my full self because I just can't. Because my body won't even allow me to. I don't even have a lot of control over it, but I know that I have to go into these moments knowing that I'm not a failure. I can still do hard things. I can still be that person that can complete things and stay committed to things. But today I can't. I can't. Maybe tomorrow it will be better. God will hopefully keep that in my heart. allow me to wake up tomorrow and I'll be able to do and accomplish exactly what he needs to do. And if my purpose is not fulfilled yet, then he's going to wake me up again and I'm going to get it accomplished. These moments where your hormones are all over the board, they're fluctuating, they're up and down, your cycle's coming, these moments do not define you. They don't. But the quicker you can catch these moments and say, okay, I'm actually in my luteal phase, or I'm coming off of my cycle, or maybe I'm in it, my periods are heavy, my cramping is heavy, I just can't even get out of bed some days, that's okay too. It really is, I promise. It's really okay to just let yourself not be great every single day, even though we are great, we already know that, but sometimes your body just cannot keep up with what your hormones are stopping you from doing, okay? So I wanted to share that because in moments like that, I encourage you to rest. I encourage you to not be lazy, but to hibernate and to cut off whatever it is that's overstimulating you, to make the decision and say, I'm not going to work out today, to just go inward and say, what does my body actually really need and crave right now? For me, it was rest. It was for me to not do things today. It was for me to take it easy, to do a foam rolling session, for me to stretch, for me to just say, what does my body want for breakfast? Okay, I know, sounds simple. For me to cut off the Spanish language app and to actually not listening to my, morning pastors and my morning devotional. And it was to go on a walk and just be with myself and be in nature, because I love my neighborhood and we have this little pond across from me and it's just incredible. And I just wanted to record that video because I didn't have a lot of time, but I know somebody needed to hear the fact that you're not lazy. It's not you today. It is your hormones and it's going to be okay. And I encourage you to rest today. I encourage you to hibernate and take a walk if that's what your body's needing and that's what your body's craving. Stop trying to push it to do things that it does not and cannot even do in this moment, and then think that you're a failure whenever you can't push it to do something that's outside of what it's even capable of doing because your hormones won't even allow you. So I hope this was helpful. I do have a course that I'm going to be launching October 1st, and it's getting out of survival mode and getting out of these moments where we're trying to force ourselves to do things that we don't necessarily want to do and that our body's not even capable of, because I was in survival mode for so long. And like I said, I am able to now pick up on these cues where my body's like, no, not today. And I'm able to listen to it and not feel like a failure, not feel like I am not doing enough. I'm able to know within myself that I am doing everything I'm capable of doing, and that's because I've healed my survival mode. And so when moments like this come up, because they will never stop coming up, even when you heal your survival mode, you have to catch them and you have to realize, now my body's trying to get into survival mode because my cycle's coming. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I feel like I'm not even capable enough. I feel like I can't push through these moments, but I'm still not a failure. And I'm still going to do everything God created me to do in this lifetime, because everything's perfect in His time, not mine, and I'm okay with that. That's what healing your survival mode means. Not latching onto these moments that you can't control, but latching onto the fact that it's all going to be okay, and that you are going to accomplish everything that you want to accomplish and that you need to accomplish when it's time to accomplish it, and when your body's able, willing, and ready to accomplish it. It's all going to be good, sis. So sign up for that course, because I'm so excited to have everyone there that is signed up, because it's going to be a community. We're building a community of strong-minded women who are actually resting too in that power of femininity and not trying to use this hard shell masculine energy to try to push through everything that comes their way in life. That's exactly how you get in survival mode. And that's why so many of us are in it. And that's why I make the content I make the courses I make, I build the communities I make, because we don't have to live like that anymore. And it doesn't even make sense for us to. So sign up. I would love to see you all there. Again, realize that if this is not your day to accomplish the 10,000 things on your to-do list, it's not your day. And it will be there, I promise this. And you're not a failure. And you are loved, you are cherished by the Most High, and it will all get done when it's supposed to get done. So take that rest, sis. Okay? Take it. Till next time.